Hello, and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Infinite Jest to you one page at a time, one day at a time. Put it up on YouTube.com. Oh yeah, good old YouTube.com. But anyway, this is page number 346 of this book by David Foster Wallace, Infinite Jest. Here we go. Him, as age 30 approaches. Gately is so huge, no one sits behind him for several rows. John L. has the biggest bunch of keys Gately's ever seen. They're in one of those pull-outable wired janitor's keychains that clips to a belt loop, and the speaker jangles them absently, unaware, his one tip of the hat to public nerves. He's also wearing gray janitor's pants. Lost my damn job, he says. I mean to say, I still knew where it was and whatnot. I just went in as usual one day, and there was some other fellow doing it, which gets another laugh. Then more losses, with the substance seeming like the only consolation against the pain of the mounting losses. And of course you're in denial about it being the substance that's causing the very losses it's consoling you about. Alcohol destroys slowly, but thoroughly, is what a fellow said to me the first night I come in. Up in Concord, and that fellow ended up becoming my sponsor. Then less mild seizures, DTs during attempts to taper off too fast, introduction to subjective bugs and rodents, then one more binge, one more formicative bugs, then eventually a terrible acknowledgement that some line has been undeniably crossed, and a fist at the sky, and a God is my witness vows to buckle down and lick this thing for good, to quit for all time. Then maybe a few white-knuckled days of initial success, then a slip, then more pledges, clock watching, Baroque self-regulations, repeated slips back into the substance's relief after like 2 days abstinence, ghastly hangovers, head-flattening guilt and self-disgust, superstructures of additional self-regulations, e.g. not before 900 hours not on a work night, only when the moon is waxing, only in the company of Swedes, which also fail. When I was drunk, I wanted to get sober. And when I was sober, I wanted to get drunk, John L. says. I lived that way for years. And I submit to you, that's not living. That's a fucking death in life. Then, unbelievable psychic pain. The kind of peritonitis of the soul, psychic agony. Fear of impending insanity. Why can't I quit if I so want to quit? Unless I'm insane. Appearances at hospital detoxes and rehabs, domestic strife, financial freefall, eventual domestic losses. And then I lost my wife to drinking. I mean, I still knew where she was and whatnot. I just went in one day and there was some other fellow doing it. In which there's not all that much laughter, lots of pained nods. It's often the same all over. In terms of domestic losses. Then vocational ultimatums, unemployability, financial ruin, pancreatitis, overwhelming guilt, bloody vomiting, cirrhotic neuralgia, incontinence, neuropathy, nephritis, black depressions, searing pain with the substance affording increasingly brief periods of relief, and then finally, no relief available anywhere at all. Finally, it's impossible to get high enough to freeze what you feel like being this way. And now you hate the substance. All right, and that was page number 346 of Infinite Jeff. I just want to try something a little different because the book kind of jumps around on this page a little bit, and so I kind of wanted to try to emulate that. And I haven't actually edited that together yet, so it may look totally lame, but I guess I'll find out momentarily here. But anyway, that was page number 346 of Infinite Jeff. Let's see, what would be a third of the way? Are we a third of the way through? Are we a third of the way through? So 1079. 359. So, oh man, we're not quite a third of the way through. We'll be there in about 2 weeks. So look forward to it. But anyway, that was Infinite Jeff, page 346. Have a great night. Have a great night.